Thank you, frame 6. Shaun Murphy to break.
A real boost for Shaun Murphy to pinch that fifth frame, which seemed to be going against him. So might have been 4-1. Instead, 3-2 with another 3 to be played in this session. They're back this evening at 7 o'clock.
27.
Our build-up will begin TNT Sports 1 at 6:30. And then play to a finish tomorrow afternoon from 2:30. Winner to play either Higgins or Robertson.
Barry Hawkins, 27. One. Eight. Nine.
Yeah, that was a really good shot again. I know that in the last frame he didn't win it, but he did play some quite beautiful safety shots. Probing shots that put his opponent in trouble.
15. $21. Foul, a miss. Zhao Xintong, 4.
It's one of those shots you don't know whether it's better to leave him play from there, because the thin two cushion, he'd probably glance it for safety at some point. You know, there is an argument for him to play it from this position, even though he's not snookered. He's chosen not to. But I do feel that, you know, he's likely to get this shot at some point. Just trying to edge off the left side of the bunch.
Thank you. 22. Foul, a miss. Zhao Xintong, 4. 28. Yeah. 29. Okay. Thank you.
Murphy's snookered on all reds, so there's no issue of a possible forfeit in missing 3 times in a row. Just looking to get the right contact here.
Yes, and all these points won't matter, you know, even if he gives 20 points away, like 4 pointers. But what he's got to be very careful of is when he makes the adjustment, he doesn't overdo it. He's only got the most minor adjustment. If he overdoes it and amends it too far, you know, he's going to smash into all of the reds, which of course we've seen before. So you've got to keep playing it and playing it until you just get that thin glance. You can see what he's doing,
Foul,
and
miss. Zhao Xintong.
this is why the miss rule exists. Is that a free ball? Don't think it is, no. That's the other factor. He could leave a free ball, and then it could be that Zhao Xintong will decide to get out of his chair and play a shot. But at the moment, he's sitting there and seeing all these points go on. This looks a tiny bit more like it, just a different line. He felt that he'd made that adjustment there, very good. 16-point start he's giving Xintong, but that won't worry him. I think that's the factor which I've been saying, that I think with Xintong, we know what he is, but since he won this title 12 months ago, whether he's a better player now or not, I wouldn't like to say. But there's no doubt his safety game has improved. He's put a lot into it. I've watched him all season, and when he wasn't winning, playing good shots. Murphy trying to take on this long red. But Xintong is finding areas in baulk which are quite probing and difficult for his opponent to get out of. It's a pretty good duel, this. Let's be honest, the reds on the right are causing the problem. If Xintong hasn't got a safety shot, he could take on the red above the black. It's a horribly difficult shot, but what else can he do? Got really close to it, didn't he?
So Shaun Murphy has won that safety battle, forcing Zhao to take on the long red, which he very nearly got. But Murphy's now going to need a terrific pot to maintain this break.
He started so well, Xintong, didn't he? And of course you can't pot everything all the time, but he just sort of hit a slight flat spot now, hasn't he, where he lost that last frame, took the wind out of his sails a touch. You kind of never fancy Murphy to miss one of those, do you? But on this occasion he has.
What? What?
Oh, not much applause. It was a good shot, and he's on the black. to middle, I think, is all he could have here if it goes at all. So he's using the
8.
extension that he's provided, the sort of communal one, really. It's not his own personal property. There's always those under the table, but a lot of players have their own equipment which they lengthen their cue with, but Xintong doesn't. I have to say, I felt that might just do enough to go in.
Xintong, 8.
He's having a little quiet spell, isn't he? He really is. Although you wouldn't know, because he gives nothing away, does he?
Mark Allen has just made a 64 break on table 2 to level with Barry Hawkins 3-all. So that's been a very free-flowing session so far, both weighing in with breaks. Hawkins with a century and 3 others over 50. Allen with 350 plus contributions himself.
Hang on a minute, has he finished in an area where nothing is potable? I don't think anything goes here. He flicked that red, so I don't know if it pots, and the one next to it is covered by the red he flicked into.
6.
I don't quite know how he's done it, but unless he can plant something, the break's over before it ever really started.
John Murphy, 6.
Disappointment for Murphy that he ran out of position, but it's one of the challenges at the Crucible. So many times things will test your patience. You've got to take your medicine, play a good safety, which he's done.
Yes, it's a very difficult shot to play, and of course, just to reach up to the red, we see Mark Selby play that shot particularly well, but he's actually left the red on, so the judgment was slightly out.
One.
Now this time he'll be very relieved that he's on that red. And this is a good chance because he has to roll his sleeves up
6.
in the last frame in this one to make an impact on these frames with the world champion. At the moment, he is just getting very much into the match. Xintong being kept in his chair for longer periods than what he has been. Still not a very easy table to go on and complete a frame win from here. To do it in one visit would be quite an effort from this position.
$14. 15.
Wow,
Shaun Murphy.
that's a
15.
shocker.
Well, it came out of nowhere because he looked so good and has been queuing so well that, you know, when you see one of these missed, you just can't believe your eyes. It just hit the left-hand jaw. It was never quite right. Xintong been handed a lifeline here that I don't suppose he expected, although the same applies to him, that the table is far from straightforward to do a lot of damage from this visit, but he's been kept very quiet recently, so what kind of rhythm does he have?
Six. Seven.
I don't know if the left-hand red would cut in, but it'd be mighty thin if it can. Or it does.
13.
He did play the right shot to try and disturb the balls. It's a thin cut, this. Cue ball going at pace around the angles. Not easy, was it? And he
Zhao
seemed desperate to
Xintong,
keep the break
13.
going. But he's been fortunate to cover the red. Murphy not exactly rushing out of his chair. At some point he'll have to.
I think Murphy's thoughts, if they were audible, would be post-watershed at that result. But I guess he's got to be happy that the miss pink didn't result in further numerical damage in this frame.
Well, what a brilliant shot. He might have stuck around in his chair with disappointment, but he's got over it quickly. That's a lovely rest shot.
Six. Seven.
Well, credit to Murphy for swallowing the disappointment of seeing that the easy red was snookered by knocking in a great one with the rest, but this needs some potting as well. It's a difficult frame with reds having landed awkwardly. But it would be a great result for Murphy from
14.
3-0 behind to draw level.
15. $22.
The hardest work yet to be done. This is where the break becomes more challenging.
It's really good, isn't it? I mean, obviously that blip was the pink that he missed. The frame is still going to be very much alive where those two reds are. That's where I think it'll all be won or lost. If he can move them from his next colour, then that could be the key to it all. Other than that, there'll be other shots played in this frame by both players.
$31.
Pretty sure that shot is not on. It's being put on the screen. Certainly not from the angles. Because it's a thin shot on the blue. So I think he'd be quite disappointed with the last shot he played.
Brown ball. Shaun Murphy, 31.
I think he's probably the right shot. The snooker's not difficult to hit. He tried to also just move the brown into a safer position. He's favoured in the frame, but favourites don't always win.
Turn our phone off, please. Turn that
The
off,
phone
please.
is still ringing. That didn't put Xintong off. I think Shaun Murphy actually gets quite angry about mobile phones going off when they're playing out there.
Yes, the last couple of frames have been a little different in nature because balls have been a bit more awkward. It was a fantastic steal from Murphy to close to 3-2, looking to complete the comeback in this sixth frame from 3-0 down. So 16 points between them with 43 still available. Is this going to be another long-range special from the world champ?
It's a brilliant pot, but your eyes are immediately drawn to the red on the right cushion, which, of course, as a left-hander will not be very easy to get on. And he's not got the angle to move it. You know, there's an argument here not to even go for the black, you know, because he might not get it, and also
Blue ball. Sorry, green ball.
it's just probably not best to be playing the next shot. You want to make the last red the ball on, because it's the only safe ball.
Zhao Xintong, 1.
So the frame is thrown wide open again. A little bit sketchy, that one, but he got away with it. Could be an argument to get the cue ball in behind yellow and brown here if he's got that angle to throw the cue ball wide into them or behind them. Yes, he's played it well. This is not much fun, this shot, and Colin Humphries will be having a good look at it. He might also come down this end to see if he hits the black first. It's not an impossible snooker, it's slightly unpleasant.
Yeah,
Colin Humphries invited by Murphy to make a mental note in case things go awry here in trying to hit the red.
I think he was already doing that. I really don't know what Shaun Murphy was saying there. He saw him make all his calculations, Colin Humphries. I mean, the simultaneous contact between red and black would be a foul, but it's very hard to prove. It's a big swerve. Oh, great shot. Very unlucky.
foul.
Is it a free
Zhao
ball?
Xintong, 7.
I think it is. Let's see when the black goes back on there. It's a close one, this. I'm not so sure now, having seen it again, whether you've got to be able to hit both edges of that ball. No free ball for me. No free ball.
No free ball.
Correct decision.
That would have been a double whammy for Murphy, having been very unlucky to knock the black in. Had Zhao been able to take a colour as an extra red, as it is, Murphy playing from there.
Hold back from anything. 31-minute frame. They're not nice ones to lose of that length.
That was a long way off. But the double kiss on this occasion, by no means fatal for Murphy. This is what can happen when the frames become more protracted, that the rhythm is lost, and as a result, shots like that are much harder.
a really good shot, but he did get a sort of an absolute flick from the gods, if you like, on that brown ball to make it as difficult as it is. He doesn't want to go around the back of this. It's not there.
Zhao Xintong 4.
You do get the feeling that he'll probably end up hitting this and not leaving it, but if he adjusts too much, there's room enough to go around the back of the red. But it doesn't seem like there's going to be enough pace on the cue ball to make that a likely outcome.
Thank you. Foul, no miss. Zhao Xintong 4.
As I say, it's a bit like earlier, you know, you worry about the overcompensation of this, and the worst case scenario is always that you end up leaving the red on, which probably will be costly in the shape of losing the frame.
Murphy's already been pretty generous in this frame with points given away. There was 16 in fouls at the start of it when he was looking for the two-cushion escape from Bork.
Foul, no miss.
Just not finding the angle he's looking for at the moment.
He might be able to lose that angle now, given he's going a completely different way. He just, it's that right-hand cushion, I think it's just sliding down off it, and the points are beginning to add up, aren't they, these penalties? Well, can you believe all of that? That is unbelievable. What outcome that we did not see happening. I think Shaun Murphy, he stayed in his chair earlier in the frame. He thought it was unlucky, but he has to remember moments like that, because that was a lot of fortune involved. And he could easily win the frame now. Just needs the angle on the green to get towards the brown.
3.
Not impressed with Xintong. He wouldn't be, would you, sitting there? You lay a snooker, he misses a lot of times, and then goes a third weight and flukes it.
One or two murmurings at the possibility of Murphy snookering himself on the green. He's given away 39 points in fouls in this frame.
Yeah, and do you know what? That this is not perfect either. As you say, he's giving the world champion a big start because of the earlier fouls we saw. But now all of a sudden, he doesn't want to play it into the long pocket. In other words, the brown is further this way. He wants to pot it into the top right, but he's going to have to go left, I think. He's got the potential to go wrong.
8.
It's not a nice shot, but at least he has the angle to get from brown to blue, but the pot is eminently missable.
Brown, blue and pink required to recover from 3-0 to 3-all. But it was difficult.
Shaun Murphy, 8.
And he's left it. Another dramatic frame, a lengthy one. Now into its 39th minute. Can Zhao deposit this brown? Clean as you like.
4.
Yes, he can't get close to the pink, but does he just drop it in and play the pink at medium range? Yes, he does.
9.
It's not a certainty either, but it's all he wants. He doesn't need the black. Feels like a big moment in the session, doesn't it, this?
No. What a let-off for Murphy. Now, where's this pink ending
Zhao
up?
Xintong, 9.
He's not left it, at least.
Well, I mean, if anyone, you'd put your hopes in to pop that shot, it'd be Zhao Xintong. He's a left-hander. It's his side of the table. I'm really surprised he missed it.
It's got a final frame feel about it, this. All sorts of twists and turns, and it's still up for grabs. Zhao only needs the pink. Will he get a better chance than the one he just had? This looks a little pacey. But Murphy, of course, needs both.
Yes, I think it was a good idea to put the pink to this end of the table, because the cue ball in pot in this is coming away from the black. That was his thought process. But by the same token, he didn't want to leave the pink at all. It's always worth putting the pink at the same end of the table as the black. Be a good shot to pot them both.
Keep still, please.
Especially with somebody moving behind the line.
Murphy steeling himself in a bid to level this match.
See, the problem with the shot, wasn't it? There was kind of no value in it. So in a way, Xintong's shot was a good one, because Murphy just pots the pink. He doesn't get on the black. He's a hiding to nothing shot. Xintong could really do with this going in. It's a long way between cue board, object ball. He just can't get it won, and I don't think he will now.
High drama very early in this quarter-final. What a frame this has been. It's not often you'll see these two engaged in a 40-minuter, but Murphy now gets the chance. Pink and black for 3-all. And what a frame to win. A hurtful one to lose, having invested so much effort to no avail, but this for parity. A big frame for Murphy. 2 steals from him. From 3-1 down, Zhao Xintong will rue the missed chance.